There's a poker craze going on TV right now that brings out mixed emotions for me. On the one hand, knowing that millions of people are willing to watch 6 ugly fat guys play cards for an hour gives me renewed hope for the success of our show. On the other hand, a lot of these people who are watching are women, and they're getting to see something very dangerous: men bluffing. Pretty soon they'll become experts, because that's what women do. They'll become experts on figuring out when men are bluffing. And not just any men, I'm talking about you and me. Once our women can spot when we're bluffing, life as we know it will be over. They'll know stuff like when we're right, we just quiet down and let them talk themselves into our little trap. But when we have nothing, that's when we come out with guns blazing. And you can forget the tricks you see on those poker shows. Pulling your cowboy hat down over your face or wearing glasses with eyeballs painted on them isn't going to fool that certain lady. She'll read you like a book and book you like a repeat offender. Women have no sympathy for a bluffer, so don't bluff. I suggest you fold them, or you'll never get to hold them. Remember, I'm pulling for you. We're all in this together. You know, other than about a week in October, I basically did nothing last year, and I was fine with that. But even though I was doing nothing, my mind was still thinking about stuff. Stuff that I hadn't done and should have. Stuff that I had done and shouldn't have. But mainly it was coming up with a lot more evidence that, as far as I'm concerned, proves that I'm right and almost everybody else is wrong. And that was fine too, but where I made my mistake was that I shared all that with my friends and especially my wife. And before you knew it, they were suggesting that I gather up all those opinions and stories and take them on the road where they belong. I even went to see my doctor to make sure I was healthy enough to tour again, and he gave me the go-ahead. He said I probably wouldn't get sick on the road, but even if I did, he'd prefer I was thousands of miles away when it happened. So I put together a brand new show, and I'm calling it I'm Not Old, I'm Ripe. And we're going to be doing about 25 cities, starting in St. Pete, Florida on March the 30th, and we're going to end up in the middle of May somewhere out west. It's basically a lodge meeting, and if you want to find out where I'm going to be and when I'm going to be there, go to redgreen.com, click on the city that's nearest to you. I'm hoping you can all make it, or I'm hoping a few of you can make it. I think it's going to be my best show yet, and if you saw the first two, you know that's certainly doable. So looking forward to a successful tour. Otherwise, my friends and my wife are going to look like idiots. Until then, I'm hoping to see you at the lodge meeting. And meanwhile, keep your stick on the ice.